throwing on first down. Quick. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Williamson. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Quick. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Leonard Fournette. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Ready? 55, mark, 55. He's time.
To throw is Brissett. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Nah.
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Glass. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set, ready. Go to base. Mike 50, huh? Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the ready. Go 58 to the mic. I got you. Pump. Check. Check.
A first down throw for Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Brissett escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 9 now from the 21. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken around the 12. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Dance. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54, right there. 54 miles.
Here's Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Quick, looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And they give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On 2nd down now, it's Chandler. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Chandler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They run the counter. Milton. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Back-to-back running plays putting him in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Now a handoff here to his running back. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play fake. Rousseau. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Quick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Second and long. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
24 is the mic.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Quick. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Coming to you, coming to you.
On 2nd and 2, Brissett steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Check safety, check safety.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all or nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Quick. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Able to spin free. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Milton, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Watching you guard. I got you. I got you.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Here's Brissett. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. The end result, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 44, Brissett. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
2nd and 7 at the Bears' 42-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Brissett sets to throw it. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Packers.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Brissett now. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. It's caught here by Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go.
To throw again. Quick. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
You got nothing.
On 3rd down, quick. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Brissett. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith, as he gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one, because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Weil now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 20. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Again, it's Fournette. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Brissett from the gun on third. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. Brissett now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
17 yards. And a kicker, 1st down.
Brissett on 1st down. And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go one more.
Throwing They're set. And that's complete to Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Fournette. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll keep it on the ground. Milton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Looking to throw. Quick. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Trey Burton. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Quick. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A shotgun give to Fournette. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd, have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Packers, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Bears, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.